Welcome, everyone. In a world where most car manufacturers look to the future with more modern, more efficient, and less expensive engines, Mazda chooses a different path. Why risk reviving an abandoned engine, a system that failed in the past? It is this audacity that sets Mazda apart. The brand, known for its affordable cars, now wants to reinvent itself. The rotary engine, once promised to change the world of automobiles, is back, but this time with a different promise. The rotary engine has always been a mystery to many. Lighter, simpler, and supposedly more efficient, it seemed to be the future of internal combustion engines. But time has not been kind. Technical problems, excessively high emissions, and disappointing performance made it a technology of the past. Yet Mazda is not discouraged. After decades of silence, the brand returns with a reinvented rotary engine, ready to shake up the electric vehicle industry. What has changed? Why now? And most importantly, is Mazda ready to overcome the mistakes of the past to offer a new era of innovation? Before we continue, just a quick pause. If you love this kind of content and want to see more videos on automotive innovations, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell. Our goal is to reach 12,000 subscribers, and hitting that button gives our channel the strength it needs to grow. Your support is essential. Thank you all. Now let's continue. More than 60 years ago, a visionary engineer named Felix Wankel imagined a technology that would turn the automotive world upside down. It was not an ordinary engine, but one with only 3 moving parts. Gone were the pistons moving up and down with noise and vibration, replaced by a rotor spinning in a triangular chamber, a revolution in itself. In the 1950s, while the auto industry was dominated by heavy and noisy piston engines, Wankel had an idea that seemed impossible. He wanted to create an engine that was lighter, more compact, and above all, free from the vibrations that made traditional engines uncomfortable. In 1957, after years of research and prototypes, the rotary engine ran for the first time. And the promises were many: more power with fewer parts, greater energy efficiency, and a smoother ride. This engine was not only going to be simpler, but it was also supposed to be more reliable, or so it was thought. The world quickly hailed this innovation. However, reality hit harder than expected. Technical challenges, particularly the problem with the seals and engine overheating, quickly emerged. But despite these flaws, Wankel's idea left a mark on automotive history. Mazda, which had been watching this technology closely, saw in it the potential to stand out in a saturated market. Wankel's dream still seemed within reach, but there were many obstacles yet. What Mazda did in the 1960s would forever change the face of the rotary engine. The early years of the rotary engine were filled with promise and enthusiasm. But reality soon cast a shadow over this ideal. The rotary engine, despite its revolutionary design, suffered from problems that seemed impossible to overcome. The biggest challenge was the sealing system, a small but crucial detail. The constantly spinning rotor caused premature wear on the seals, called apex seals, which maintained the seal between the rotor and the combustion chamber. These seals wore out quickly, reducing compression, which led to a loss of performance, increased fuel consumption, and difficult starts, especially in cold weather. As a result, rotary engines, instead of revolutionizing the industry, were quickly seen as unreliable, expensive to maintain, and too thirsty for fuel. Another major problem was the oil system. Unlike piston engines that use oil to lubricate moving parts, rotary engines injected oil directly into the combustion chamber. This resulted in excessive emissions and rapid engine fouling. Not only did this increase maintenance costs, but it also created environmental problems at a time when pollution standards were beginning to become stricter. These flaws led Mazda to suspend the production of rotary-powered cars in the late 2000s. Yet, the idea was never completely abandoned, and today, Mazda is rising to the challenge of solving the problems that have marked the history of the rotary engine. Mazda did not give up on the idea of the rotary engine. Instead, the brand took the time to meticulously analyze the mistakes of the past to offer an improved version ready to face modern challenges. Since the end of production of rotary engine models, Mazda has dedicated more than a decade to research and development, and today, the result of this hard work is ready to be revealed. The solution lies in a series of technical modifications designed to solve the problems that once doomed the engine. First, the apex seals have been redesigned with more resistant and high-performance materials, like carbon-infused ceramic alloys. These materials reduce wear and heat, ensuring greater durability and less friction. Temperature, one of the major weaknesses of the rotary engine, is now regulated by a new, more sophisticated cooling system. This allows the engine to operate at optimal temperatures, even during long drives. But Mazda didn't stop there. Another historical problem, oil injection, has been revised. The new generation rotary engine uses a digital oil control system, precisely adjusting the required amount based on driving conditions. This system not only reduces emissions, but also improves engine efficiency by maximizing oil use and minimizing waste. These improvements, along with a new, more efficient combustion chamber architecture, make the rotary engine both more environmentally friendly and more powerful than ever. Mazda has thus succeeded in reinventing what seemed to be an obsolete technology, giving the rotary engine a new chance to shine in a rapidly evolving automotive market. The future of the rotary engine is taking shape through Mazda's next iconic model, the RX-9. But this is not simply a return to past glories. It is a reinvention of the very concept of automotive performance. The RX-9 promises to marry the legacy of the rotary engine with the hybrid technologies of tomorrow. Unlike previous models, where the rotary engine was used as the main source of propulsion, the RX-9 now uses the small, nimble rotary engine as a range extender for hybrid vehicles. This bold choice helps solve one of the major problems of past rotary engines, their lack of energy efficiency. Instead of relying on direct combustion to power the wheels, the RX-9 will use the rotary engine to charge the electric battery, thereby maximizing energy efficiency while reducing emissions. This is a new approach that combines the best of both worlds, the immediate power of an electric motor and the flexibility of a rotary engine to extend the range. The RX-9 is not just a cleaner and more practical car. It is also a car that retains that exhilarating driving experience expected from Mazda. By improving battery performance and optimizing the engine's thermal management, Mazda ensures that this model will still offer an agile and enjoyable ride without sacrificing durability. With its RX-9, Mazda is going beyond the idea of a simple rotary engine. They are redefining what it means to combine innovation with tradition, creating a car that could well transform the automotive industry once again. Mazda is entering an increasingly saturated electric vehicle market, where giants like Tesla, Ford, and Lucid Motors already dominate the scene. The competition is fierce, but Mazda has always had a flair for surprise, and the RX-9 could be the key to setting itself apart. However, there are significant challenges to overcome. Take Tesla, for example. Their Model S Plaid, with its blistering acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 2 seconds, seems almost unattainable. Mazda, with its hybrid rotary engine, does not have the ability to generate the same amount of instantaneous torque as a pure electric motor. This means the acceleration and immediate power of the RX-9 might not compete with the intensity of a Tesla. But Mazda is not trying to compete directly with Tesla. The unique approach of the hybrid rotary engine designed to offer a more agile and sporty drive, could attract customers looking for a more compact and economical alternative. But even with a clear value proposition, Mazda must overcome other challenges. Mass production is another major hurdle. While Tesla and Ford have already established massive infrastructures, Mazda will have to ensure its vehicles remain affordable without sacrificing quality. This might mean selling these vehicles at a loss initially to create demand and establish a foothold in the market. The EV market is growing, and Mazda must position itself strategically, leveraging its reputation for performance while meeting the needs of consumers looking for smaller, more affordable, and efficient cars. It is in this niche that Mazda could truly carve out a place for itself, offering a unique alternative in a rapidly evolving sector.